Hey, IDs, I just wanted to check in with you on the discussion from last week, which dealt with collaboration, and it was a really good one. I thought there was some really good points that were drawn out of the readings for collaboration and the rationale for why we have it, and some of the features that make learning a little bit better when we collaborate. And so I just want to go through, I think, four of the ones that I saw that were particularly prominent. One of which was accountability. Right, accountability. That is that when students work in a group and they're doing it collaboratively and they have a task that they have to finish, it's highly likely, according to the research, and there was the numbers that were provided in the discussion, that they are more likely to finish the task. Okay, knowing that you're accountable to other members of the group, whereas if you are only accountable to yourself, sometimes there's a tendency to put it off or to not do it or whatever. So there's some merit in that. The accountability of being responsible and completing the task in the interest of the group, and that helps and that motivates. Okay. Secondly, there is this community thing. One thing that makes things better, more likely to be positive in terms of learning, more positive in terms of getting things done, is when you can identify with a person and you know their personality and you develop some kind of a relationship with that person. If it's a human being that you are interacting with and like and whatever, again, it's motivating, and it also kind of knocks down these walls of defense that we have when we're interacting with people, right? And if we have these defenses up, okay, we're less likely to learn because we're being very protective of ourselves and our minds are not open to new things. Okay, so there's that part that's really important. There's another very practical one here, and that is the learning that can happen when you're working in a group. There is plenty of science out there that says that when you're working with a group in order to solve a problem or to understand things, you are better off in a group. And part of this is very well documented and very famous educational philosopher, scientist by the name of Lev Vygotsky, who has this theory called the proximal levels of development. And in that, basically what he's saying is that you are capable of certain things up to a certain point, right, as an individual. But when you're with a partner or the group, a capable second or third or fourth person with you, you have the potential to go far beyond just what you have. It makes pretty practical sense, doesn't it? That when you're working with someone, you have their feedback and their information, you share it. All of a sudden, things extend in terms of your shared knowledge. Okay, so that's a pretty simple one, but also very, very, very important. And then the last one is the social aspect. And believe it or not, this social thing in this day and age with social media and things like that, there is something that's developing in the research that's entitled social learning. In fact, one of the more noted researchers is now at Arizona State. He was at Quinnipiac originally, and his name is Alexander Halaves, and he is one of the country's leading social education researchers, and a lot of the stuff he does is with badging and things like that, and studying what motivates students and trainers and trainees in order to get their things done with micro credentials and things like this. A lot of times the social element plays into it, and that's what he studies. So really good discussion, and I hope you're doing well. I hope you're pushing along with your final projects as we get toward the end. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.